Yeah, so you shared with us 4 different propositions concerning reconciliation among and between faiths. And I kept thinking each time you said the word faith that I could potentially substitute any other sort of identity marker instead. So for instance, you were talking about exclusivist faiths, but I could also think about political groups or cultural groups or linguistic groups that are also incredibly exclusivist. And because of that exclusivism, they have a really hard time coming together and producing improvements for the world. So the question is there anything distinct about the process of religious reconciliation as opposed to reconciliation between other types of groups that are also competing, whether they're political or cultural or any other sort of identity, based on any other sort of identity?
I don't know, what do you think about that? I mean, I think, first of all, in a sense, for me, it's enough that religious faith is such a, you know, it is such an identity marker, because that, if it's important, then one should deal with it. I think there is an intensity about religious belief that distinguishes it. Doesn't always distinguish it. I mean, some people can be intense about their football club, you know. Now, crazy people get about sport in this country, but in my country, you know, there's a team, the team I support, people, actually, I remember a guy going on TV and saying, my football team is more important to me than my wife or my children. I remember saying, come on, what? That's just ridiculous. But so I agree. There are other things, but I think there is more often an intensity about religious faith, and I also think a lot of those other identity markers kind of come and go, but this is with us. You know, religious conviction is not diminishing, actually, is one of the things we discovered earlier on in the course. So I think it's still very, very important. But I mean, you're right, you could translate some of that elsewhere. What do you?
Nationalism strikes me as sometimes the sentiment that trumps faith. If I look at American sensibilities often, from the outside, I may not understand America really well, but it seems to me often that America is the most important religion to many people of the religious right and so forth. Notwithstanding all the protestations, it really, America does the real work of loyalty. And if you have a competing loyalty, America is going to...
Right, but is the point that Angelica makes, does that, in a sense, matter to this? I mean, in a sense, you can say there are other issues that also divide people, but...
Sure, yeah.
But...
Doesn't make religion irrelevant.
Is religious faith different in some... Would we say, I mean, is it qualitatively different in some way?
Well, I think some of the things that you have mentioned make it different in terms of attachment. I think also that it's, maybe it has analogs, other like ideologies often. So say Marxism is an ideology served almost like a religion. It defined the self, it defined the social relations, it defined the good. It provided a whole universe in which a person moved, unlike, say, soccer club, right? This is overarching thing in which you situate yourself and all the other relations. And if you connect that with also powerful emotional attachments, it's really a powerful thing.